Here's your daily updates. Newsman Dennis Daly offers his take on the events of the day in another daily video blog.
Hi, and thanks again, everybody. If you ever want to really get away from it all, you need to go to a place like this. It does appear on a map. It's Cima, California. C-I-M-A. Now, there used to be a post office in this little building that houses a kind of mini-mart and tavern and ice cream store, but I don't see the sign for the post office anymore. For the grandeur of what was once a very busy place is now gone. It's not really a ghost town. It's kind of a ghost town light. It is at the top of what is called the Cima Grade. When the railroad wanted to extend its lines from Las Vegas to Los Angeles, it came through the Mojave Desert here. But it had to come up an incredible rise in about 25 miles. And unlike highways that can do this, the railroad has to climb in a straight line. And the top of the grade was here at Cima. And so railroad engineers made a long arc through the Mojave to not have to deal with the mountains, but they still had to make the tracks rise more than 2,100 feet, and they had to keep the grade constant all the way. And even though the long Cima Grade seems to go on forever, it itself is divided into sections. There are lights here for the trains, and they are controlled inside this switching center. There's also a switch down here, a siding. Many times on maps you'll find a town mentioned, and when you get there, there's nothing there except one of these. For the early coming of the railroad and the dividing of the railroad into sections gave place names to many parts of the United States. And this is one of the signal towers, the one here at Elora. It's containing lights that tell the engineers what to do. I don't know how effective or important these are now in the days of automatic electronics and GPS, nor do I know what the signals mean. But they must be pretty important still, or they wouldn't be here. And much of the fun of visiting the Cima Grade is driving the parallel road, which is an absolute ragged roller coaster. And if the parallel road up the Cima Grade is a regular roller coaster, how does the railroad maintain a constant grade, particularly when there are washes, areas that water will run through during heavy rains? Well, the answer, of course, is bridges. There are many of those bridges over the washes here along the Cima Grade to keep that railroad track on an even track. But not so on the highway. And at the bottom of the Cima Grade is the near ghost town of Kelso. Except it has new life now. The newly renovated and restored old Kelso Depot that is now a visitor center for the Mojave Desert. The Cima Grade begins here and ends way up there. Kelso. We'll talk about it and this beautiful building in another report. I'm Dennis Daly with your daily news update.